G'day. G'day. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. Welcome to a Friday stream. Let's go. Hey, Debugs. Hi, Deafman. Hi, Senexu. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. We're gonna play some more Oni. I was intending to maybe do some World of Warcraft housing, but like, man, the more I engage with the housing systems and stuff, the more I don't want to engage with it because I don't find it fun, which is annoying because I want to do the housing, but the stuff that you have to do the housing, like to get access to the housing, is not fun. Basically, collecting the decor is not fun. Like collecting the decor and I think if you so basically how it works is you got to collect decor either through buying it from vendors or killing certain like going through dungeons and stuff. That's fine and all, whatever. But some of the decor is locked behind reputations and also locked behind currencies that you need to grind. And these aren't like new currencies that have come out. These are like old currencies. So people are having to go back freaking 1 expansion, 2 expansions, 5 expansions, like old, to go farm like old ass currencies to then get like decor items. Not only that, right? Once you like get the decor item,
G'day.
if you want to build more of that decor item, you still need to go farm the currency to purchase the decor. It's not like you buy the decor item and unlock it infinitely. It's not like that. It's bad. I want to engage with the housing, but I don't want to because the quality of life isn't there, and it's not fun, which is sad. So I'm playing Oxygen Not Included instead. Yay! I can suffer in this. I don't think we'll suffer, but yeah. Sounds like it was designed to be busy work. So there was hey, welcome in Chibi, by the way. Hello. Hope you're doing well. There was a, what do you call it? An interview that like some people did. They interviewed the developers and they mentioned one thing or a couple items that have a very significant, at the moment, grind to them to get the decor items. So these 2 items each cost 100,000 of like these, whatever resource things you need, currency, and you get these currencies. You get about 1,000 to 1,500 each week, and the core item costs 100,000, and there's 2 items that cost 100,000 each. So in total, if you want to unlock those for your catalog, keep in mind that you kind of need to unlock, you need to buy all the items, because each item, the first time you collect it, you get some bonus experience that goes towards your like housing thing, and when you get enough experience, you then level up your housing, and then it means you can make bigger rooms, like place down more rooms, place down more decor, basically decorate your house more. So you are very highly incentivized to like collect all the things for the catalog. So not only you have more decor options to decorate your home, but also you have larger like amount of like ability, So basically they were like, hey, what's going on to these developers? They were like, why is the cost so absorbent kind of thing, you know? It's calculated that it takes 200 weeks or so on average to collect these items. 200 weeks, you know, just to collect a couple items in the game. Mind you, right, this is a few expansions old, okay? So some people have a few, you know, of these currencies or whatever. I checked how much currency I have. I only have 10,000, right, of that currency. And I played all throughout that specific expansion. And I'm only 10%. Oh no, I'm only 5% of the way there. You know, because I need 200k total, you know? The house reset per expansion. No. It doesn't. It's a permanent addition, and it's designed to, you know, obviously be a growing thing, you know, as more content gets released. But the issue is they've gone and they've released it like in this current state, and there's a lot of previous expansion stuff that they've gone ahead and they've like retroactively added items. But in doing so, the players, you know, they didn't farm extra currencies or whatever, right? Like for a lot of these previous expansions, I just farmed enough currency to be able to buy like the pets or the toys or the mounts or whatever. We didn't have decor stuff to farm back then, right? So like there's a lot of this stuff that is now available, but you got to go back in, you know, you got to go back to that old expansion, that old zone and stuff like that, and you got to farm up this currency. And no one likes farming currency, you know what I mean? I think it would be more lenient, more better if it was in a scenario with the quality of life stuff where if you bought an item and unlocked it for your catalog, then, you know, it was infinite. But no, like some of these items are like light sources, you know, or they're like little knickknacks, like a mug or something like that, right? Usually when you're going to decorate something, you want like a few of these, right? Or like bookcases, not bookcases, but like books, you know, and stuff like that, you know. Small little objects, and they cost these weird currencies that you have to grind, you know. No one wants to do that. So it's annoying. So I want to both, you know, I want to both decorate a house, but whenever I think about like all of the bad stuff, it saps the fun out, and I just don't want to engage with it like at all. So I don't know. I do hope they address it, but I don't know how or why it got past initial testing anyway. Like who the hell's like who was testing it and not providing feedback and like hammering these guys saying like it's bad having to buy multiple of the same item to then be able to place multiple down. Just have it like you get one item and then, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's annoying. Going back to the developer interview thingy, they mentioned that they wanted to add friction to the system. It's a system that is designed with freedom in mind because you can decorate however you want. And they want to add friction to a purely cosmetic, you know, freedom. Like you're given tools to design things how you want, and they want to add friction to it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm sorry. Like, these developers are so tone deaf and out of tune with like the actual player base. It makes me so mad. It's annoying. Sorry, I'm ranting. Good coffee. So it's unfortunate. my only like hope is that this is like the first. This is the only first, you know, like iteration that it has come out to live servers where everyone is able to play it. like technically it's in the sort of quote early access stage because only people who have bought the expansion, the Midnight expansion that comes out next year, only people who have purchased the expansion have access to the housing right now. But in a few weeks or whatever, it's going to be available for everyone, even if you haven't bought the expansion. So hopefully there'll be a lot more eyes on like this system, the systems in place, and people will really hammer the forums and stuff like that. It's honestly somewhat impressive how bad it is. Yeah, like remember, like there's a couple items out there that take 200 weeks or 100 weeks technically, but there's 2 items in total, so it's 200 weeks total to collect both items because they use the same currency. It's absolutely maddening, you know. So, you know, like I think the grind wouldn't be that bad. I mean, granted, 100 weeks for one item is absolutely like asinine. It should not be like that. But like for some of these other items, it wouldn't be so bad if you didn't need to like purchase multiple, you know. There's some cool items, but the currency grinding them, it's not like gold. Like the in-game currency gold is very easy to come by. It's not like you're just spending gold on them. It's a lot more like, you know, annoying like ways or like somewhat time gated currencies to actually like, you know, purchase these things. So I really do hope that they just make it so that if you've unlocked it in the catalog, you have it permanent and you don't need to like go buy it again. If they do that, I will be much more happy, even if it takes, you know, 100 weeks to grab some of these more obscure items, you know. So pay monthly, right? So obviously having a decent bit of progress would be good, like a weekly raid from which an item is guaranteed for someone. But intentionally just quadrupling the menial chores for arbitrary gatekeeping, right? Yeah. Like, I understand, like, you know, player retention or whatever and stuff like that, but actively making the system more annoying to like, enjoy, just makes people log out and not play your game, you know? If you made housing so simple where, you know, you only had to go collect the item once, people would still play the game because you've got this collection thing where there's, you know, hundreds or thousands of items you got to go all over the world and collect and stuff like that. Like there's a whole range of collectors and stuff in the game, and casuals will do that, you know, and then they'll happily spend hours and hours and hours designing their home into the perfect way, you know what I mean? Like there's still a reason to go and collect these items. It's just not going to be like spending more unfun time with, you know, farming extra items and stuff like that because they wanted to use some cool items from some of these weird like currencies. Yeah. One of the ways you retain players, you're giving them a sense of meaning. Not in 2 years you might get your reward. Yeah. Hey Lukey. Oi. Hi. Anyway, so that's why we're not doing WoW housing today. Instead, we're doing Oni. And I've had the game paused in the background because I didn't want anything obscure to go bad. So let's have a look. When did we play? We played it yesterday, right? Yeah. So we built a SPOM, a self-powered oxygen machine, SPOM. It's using relatively chilled water, but it's polluted water here. So we have this chilled water go through the system, the SPOM, that will it cools it down, and then it goes into a sieve. The sieve filters the polluted water, and out comes clean water, and then that goes into these electrolyzers, which obviously produce some hydrogen and oxygen. Our hydrogen comes out and goes over to our machine, our hydrogen generator over here, and that's how it is, quote, self-powering, basically. Although we have it connected to our main line. Normally with this type of stuff, you would have a separate thing that's like not connected to your main line, but then any feed off excess hydrogen can like go over. Because if technically this system here in a closed loop, if it's running 100% of the time, it can generate an excess of 500 watts technically. But we don't have that in place. We just connected it to our main system because it's a little bit easier to manage. And we're just running the hydrogen constantly. So over here, we've got 2 smart batteries for our power. We don't have too much power generation right now because we don't really have too much power like consumption. We're trying to keep the base relatively small, and we're going slow because I feel like the previous couple of attempts we've gone too fast, and the base kind of like the resource consumption got too out of control, and our farms and stuff that we set up couldn't keep up. So we've got our smart battery set. This one is connected to the hydrogen via the automation. So this one will run. This will run when it gets to 80% the battery. It'll turn on the hydrogen generator, and then obviously it'll turn off at 100% because we don't want these systems to be running above, basically 100%. Because otherwise that would be like wasted power or whatever. So or wasted resources. So if the battery drops to 80%, this will turn on. If the battery drops over here, these batteries, they're all connected to the same power line, but if the battery system drops to 10%, then this coal generator will turn on to help boost it back up to 35%. But yeah, it kind of just depends on how much power consumption, how much power draw like we have, which at the moment we don't have too much. So yeah. And water, never forget water. So the fortunate thing is this is a lot of water here, basically. And this should be fine enough. This is like an average output of 1.1 kilograms a second of water over its entire like active period plus its dormancy period, basically, from this cool slush geyser. So once again, in a closed loop, if this is running 100%, the electrolyzer takes 1,000 grams, so 1 kilogram a second. So technically this can power, in a closed loop, it can power like 1 and a little bit of an electrolyzer. But because of how, this system technically feeds, I think it's 15 duplicates. We have 4 right now, so this is going to last us quite a long time, and we're going to actually build up with an excess water. Hence why yesterday we did start designing this. We've got a metal refinery here. We're going to use some of this water here to pump because it's cold. It's cold polluted water. We're going to pump it into the metal refinery to use as coolant for the process to make some refined materials. So yeah, you meant more the Bionics just having a crash out left and right because that was a thing. Oh yeah, that was also kind of annoying. We had a lot of cold biomes, a lot of frozen biomes, and digging into them is really annoying with Bionic bots because there's going to be water and stuff going everywhere. I mean, there is a cold biome up here, but hopefully we don't really need to go delving into it, that badly. Obviously, it's cold out in space, but, that's like, whatever. There's no actual ice or anything here, The issue with the cold biome is like snow and ice. That stuff melts and then it pools in water and stuff like that, so... we do have a natural gas geyser, which we can also use to supplement for a little bit of extra power and stuff like that. What I should do with this is I should build this into a infinite gas storage thing. That way we can start like actually building like we can get like an excess, like a big part of like power if we like decide to like capture this now and start harvesting it. Over here, it's currently hidden behind some rocks, but we can do a little cheeky little game mechanic where we set the priority to an alert level, and then it pops up over here, and you can hover it over, and this is a cool salt slush geyser. So I believe a cool salt slush geyser has the water coming out at, it might be negative 10 degrees or something. I can't remember how cold it is, but it's a salt slush geyser that is cool. So it's got relatively like low but consistent output of water, and it'll be salt water. So we would need to desalinate that water to get clean water separated from the salt. But yeah, we have two very close geysers that will provide a decent amount of water, which is good. One drop of water, I burn the house down. Do remember to soon have a way to lower pressure. Helps a lot of systems don't get backed up if you can vent at least the CO2. Already under control. We did that yesterday as well. Because we found this printerceptor relatively early on. And to activate that, we had to unclog this toilet thing. I know it's a little bit weird, but it's like there's an access code stuck in the toilet, and you have to get the access code to activate the printerceptor. We ended up coming up here, and this was really close to the void, the space, where it's a vacuum. So we already started doing that. So we got a vent coming down. This is technically kind of like the lowest part of our base. And we're filtering carbon dioxide with a decently high pressure. So if we have a look at our gas overlay, as you can see, we've got oxygen kind of all throughout here. A little bit of polluted oxygen, which isn't that great. But there's no germs or anything kind of anywhere, so that's fine. That's also what I need to kind of control is if I dig any slime, there's going to be slime lung excreting like out into all this polluted oxygen. So one thing is I want to be careful of not digging any slime to release slime lung. So long as I don't dig any slime lung, so long as I don't dig any slime lung won't like expel randomly out of slime. It has to be like the slime has to be like on the floor, and that's how it like it sort of spits out all the germs and whatever else. There's a little bit of like, you know, food poisoning here in this polluted oxygen area, but we've got these deodorizers here that will change polluted oxygen back into oxygen. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, as we dig further down in our base, we will move this system further down, and obviously we'll build the pipes further down as we keep going. So, oh, you said nothing. No, you did say it. It is a good point to bring up. We should have a look at our duplicate skills. Another thing I want to work on is also keeping the morale high. Our last game, we didn't really monitor the morale very well. So once again, because we're going slower, we're not taking on as many duplicates as we did. You're going to have more time because there's obviously less resource consumption from fewer duplicates. We're going to have more time to like work on the base and make sure the base is make sure the duplicates like the base with decor and things like that to keep their morale high. So some of these guys have a relatively high morale, like we're at 21 morale. So we can have a look. We've got so they've got their downtime bonus, which is good. Well, last cycle's decor was charming, which was 9 bonus. So that's why having a very high decor in your base is very, very good. You would like a named duplicate. What name would you like? This guy is our digging guy. I might go with improved hardware, immunity to popped eardrums, minor eye irritation, and major eye irritation. Give you an idiot. Named Deaf Man 451. What were you last time? You were a digger, right? I believe. We've got 2. We'll give you this guy. Cool. All right. Let's plant that. One thing as well is I installed installed a blueprint mod, and I went into like a sandbox creative world, and I created some blueprints. So I do have some blueprints here that you can swap between. Have a couple of them. Namely, this major big one here is for what we have here, which is like the hatch farm. So the hatch farm will be good to get more coal in place of using like raw minerals and stuff. These hatches will eat raw mineral and spit out coal. I just gotta think. So like expanding that will be ideal, and also getting some, I don't think we've seen any, but getting some Drecos will be good as well. And I would also like to get these lums. That would be good too, because I would like to actually try to set up that that farm thing I was trying to do, which was like a renewable resource of gathering peat, which seemed kind of neat. But yeah, I might work on a infinite water storage, infinite liquid storage for water, and then I might have one for polluted water as well. Because at the moment, any bottles from this apothecary, we're just dropping down here. So if we can actually store them in an infinite storage, which, mind you, we actually do have infinite liquid. Here we go. So this is a infinite liquid. So it fits a little bit above a tiled room, but that's okay. So I could do them over here. That could be okay. I could also technically build that there, but I don't want them touching any water while they build it. I think putting it over here might be okay, maybe. Kind of got to think of where I would like it. Because we're going to have one for clean water, one for polluted water that is dirty. So this is filled with food poisoning. So we'll have one contained with all of that. I think I might just do it down here. We have some chlorine gas there. One is quite walled off by slime along there. So you're gonna suck or be put off to atmosuits. I think over here there's no slime lung. But anything up here is, this is okay. We can use this entire area. But yeah, over towards these areas there's a bunch of slime that we have to be wary of to not expose and dig up. Ah, there's a little Drecklet down here. Ooh. Okay. Let's work on infinite water storage, and then we'll suck up all this water in these pools. And then we can start digging further down and get these Drecklets, and we'll be able to get a Dreco farm for plastics, for reed fibers, which will then go into atmosuits, and then plastics later on for some of the more advanced machines. I think that'll be good. So we will work on that. Let us do that. So blueprint. So I feel like I want to be able to have the duplicants actually walk up on the top part of this. So that would be there, and then that would be there, and then that would be there. Those are the 4 high for the wall, like the whatever you call it, the platforms essentially. So I could do there, and then that kind of takes up everything. Cool. So what I might do is I might just place it down as this block here, and then technically we can have both of these close together and they share. Now let me cancel all these objects. So let me break that off, and then I'll place it back down. Okay. I think I'll have it an extra tile, one extra tile over, I think. So here, and then there. Okay, cool. Now, obviously they're gonna just like build the outside walls like first. So what I will do is I will like have them just cancel basically like all of that, and they should be able to reach everything provided we give them some tiles and stuff to obviously jump over. And they'll probably want some ladders here. So we'll throw in some of those, and they should be able to like build everything within range in due time, I reckon. And we'll be able to connect these up once we start getting this metal refinery going. We'll create more refined metals. Now these are made out of copper, so that's fine. Just have to take note of the piping and stuff. I don't want to use copper for the pipes. We'll use some igneous rock, I guess. So I might move our apothecary as well. Same with our research. I'll probably move the research down here somewhere, because the research does as well. Specifically the supercomputer, each of its every time it does research, it uses 50 kilograms of water. So having some, I guess having like it closer to the water means we need less piping and stuff going everywhere. So we'll have to do that as well. So our oxygen comes out at like 18 degrees, 20 degrees. That's pretty good.
Good day.
Hey Teal, welcome in. Blueprint. Strength booster. Got some more skills here. You are researching. Could give you some more boosters. Your morale is high enough, I think. Give you that, sure. So we've got one extra slot there, one extra slot there. So we should probably have a look at our soldering station here. We're currently crafting more power banks for these guys. We're gonna need one astronomy and one applied. Well, we need the applied before the astronomy. The astronomy one we can wait on. We're also gonna need a mechatronics engineer as well for crafting conveyor rails. We've already got extreme digging and regular digging. I think getting a master artworks would be good, so we can get like more decor going. So having like max decor in all of the areas they work in would be important. Basically, green is good, red is bad. So if they're going to be like working over here, we should try to like tidy that up so it's more green. Technically, they're working here with all of these things. It's a little hard to like have these areas be green because of like there's a lot of areas that are actually like bad decor. They don't like it. But predominantly like keeping these walkways here as well, green is good too. You can also use airlocks and things to sort of trap and stop bad decor from going through. So like here we have, you know, a minus 359 decor, you know, with all these heavy watt wires. Heavy watt wires are terrible, so keeping them like trapped within a room using like airlocks and stuff like that means that the bad decor won't escape. We do have to be kind of a little bit careful, I guess, trapping everything with manual airlocks and stuff like that, is because these, specifically the coal generator, produces carbon dioxide, and that can start building up the pressure in the room as well. So we do have to manage that. So they are working on this thing over here. So we're going to have it start creating some more of this. However, I think we need a little bit to begin with anyway. So I'll probably do 5 of that to begin with. I do need them to actually craft that there. We also need a little bit more copper as well, so actually need to like mine all of that out. Off for lunch. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you for the lurk. We've got plenty of copper over here that we can get our duplicants to get in and harvest. So we're going to want insulated tiling to be here. And we'll have that there and that there. So with 9 units of gear bomb. Okay. So you are our builder. Electrical engineering. What one does it do? Ah, yes, generator tuning. Okay, so now we can also build conveyor rails. Conveyor rails will be important for some automation, which we will get going once we've got this stuff going. We can get further down, get some of these Drecos and things, and also start moving some of this water as well. I do need to actually make something to store all of the muck root, so like, I might actually place down a ration box just so they can pick up all of the chuck it there, all the muck root and stuff like that. Oh, they got more skills. Okay. Building. Yeah, that's still within your morale limit, and we'll give you that. We'll give you that because you are digging. Drop a strength boost, give you that strength boost because a researcher doesn't really need a lot of strength. So we've got 2 digging, 1 builder, and at the moment 1 researching. But the good thing about bionic duplicates is whatever you need, you can change their boosters. So any bionic dupe can kind of like do any job almost. We'll just grab the metal power banks, you know what? Got coffee, hell yeah. Just took a sip of my coffee. So we do have some storage stuff over here. What I might do is I might do an infinite storage using automatic dispensers. So I might do it here, and then have that there, dig that, break that, copy those settings, have these as sweep only, that's correct. So then if these storage bins are actually full, these dispensers actually drop it down onto the ground. So I might have these actually set to non-sweep. Cool. Alright, so now this is just awaiting some coolant. So we've got this one set to, if it's below, let's go 20 degrees, it will allow the liquid to enter. And then that. I have to remember how I do like the looping. So we're gonna have liquid come out here. It will prioritize this one. But it's not a cooling, it's technically not a cooling loop. But I guess like this one is going into here first. And then I should probably, I guess, have another liquid shut off that will be for a different temperature when it gets too hot. And then I have it just rotate maybe. Or I can just use it for one process and we can then have this go into here. That fits perfectly. Hey Natsu, welcome in. So maybe we do that. So it's technically cold / hot water, so we'll have it go in here. And then this output will be for our clean water over here. So how do I want to get it over there? Travel down this way, come across, go down. Yeah, all right. So do some bridges. That way, that way. All right. Yeah, see, so it prioritizes this part here because basically a liquid bridge won't push the water out of this one from this insert out here if there's already liquid here and the liquid here is coming out into it. So that's it's prioritizing exiting this machine, which is what we want to do. We're prioritizing getting rid of the liquid in this before fresh chilled water is coming in. Oh, perfect. And then like, let's see, we do have it. How much does copper heat it by? It heats polluted water by 11.5 degrees. If we were to put in some crude steel, it heats it by 29.4. If it comes out at, if this is, you know, give or take, we should really insulate this technically. Oh well, it is already insulated because we have a bissolite here. So it actually kind of is, oh, it's nearly fully, it's technically leaking a bit of chill out on that side, but that's kind of okay. That's a bissolite though, so it's fine here. And technically through this door and this top part, we should probably insulate it. But maybe that's okay, having a little bit of chill leak from it. But yeah, if this is, let's just say the polluted water pool is -5. If we're doing steel, it's gonna heat it by 29.5. So let's just say it heats it by 30, because that's just easy. So then it would be 25 degrees. If we heated it again by 30, that's 55. And then again it would be 85. So we could technically heat, we could use steel a few times in the same loop before we should move it out. So we could say, let's go below 60 degrees. So we can use the liquid in it quite a few times. Cool. It's very primitive, but I think it'll work. This is technically here just so we can start getting a bit more like processed materials and stuff out. We'll do like a proper cooling system later, and we'll move it like over into a different area of our base. They did build this, so I'm gonna have it set to sweep. So now we can actually store all those food items. I'm gonna clean up different parts of our base as well. Spend a bit of time. This is technically like tidying up the decor for our duplicants. I might do a storage bin here. And I'll put the batteries into this, so eco power bank. Right, so we've already got liquid coming through here, so we don't really want that right now. We're gonna stop that. Yeah, this is at 35 degrees. I guess because it's going to prioritize that one going there. Does it have automation for this part? What's this? Green is enable, red is disable. Okay. I guess I could have... no, that wouldn't work. I don't know how I could have an excess thing be like... I guess maybe if I do a temperature thing with another shut off, and if it's above a certain... if it is above a certain amount, it returns it. Yeah, I might just do that for now. Okay, and then we need to actually get rid of that, clean that out. This goes here actually. This will need to be powered as well, now that we have a bunch more. Do it like that, now that we have a bunch of more copper made. We're at 1.4 megajoules of power. I think I might make sure we're prioritizing getting our power bank charged. I think. Okay, we want to get them to clean that up, and I need to get them to place another one of them there. And then put that there, and that's there. And we have some carbon dioxide there, so now that is perfectly fine. That is infinite water storage. Cool. Probably should have locked the doors in case I need to open it. What I can do is I can actually do that so they can't actually interact with it at all. There we go, that'll work. Alright, so now we need to do it likewise on this side. So like that and like that. Then we'll throw some insulated tiling. We should probably do some more research because we haven't had research going. We are going to want some of this. We will also want... Okay, we've done some of our radiation research. We will want the desalinator. I'll also need the steam turbine, which I think is up here somewhere. This one here, we can start those processes, but we will need to get the applied, the radiation one going for that. I think that's fine for now. And then I want to get this water in. So we go up. You can come in from this one, I think. Go across. And then we want plumbing, liquid pump. I'll get a little wet here, but there's nothing we can do about that. I'll just have to live. Liquid pipe. And then we need some wiring. We're going to use the basic wire because it's much cheaper than the conductive. And we only need it like temporarily. So follow the same path. And we can hook it up to there, that's fine. This is a potential load of 4.3 thousand watts. So realistically, we should have 2 of these power transformer buildings and split our power. One over here, and I guess one for the entire other section. So I might do exactly that. Actually, is that gonna work or is that gonna replace the smart battery? I'm not too sure. I think it might replace the smart battery. I might have to move everything down a little bit. Heavy watt wiring. Conductive. If we want to have one of those on that level, we can do this here. Should also scoop up all this water and stuff here too. I want them to prioritize this one to see. Ah, no, that works. Okay, cool. Heavy watt wiring. Connect that up. We do need more copper. So good thing we're about to mine all this stuff. We do need a lot more of this stuff. That's good. We do have a blueprint, so suit training. Now we get some fertilizer. Okay. So they've done their power, so we can cut that off. So we've got 840 and we've got 3.4 thousand kilowatts. Of potential power. It's not like it's running full all the time. And I might just have this up here maybe. Run that over like that. There we go. We need more copper. Technically they don't have any water, but do we have a bottle filler at the moment? No, we don't. Flow redirection. We're also going to need to research flow redirection. So we'll also queue that up so we can get a bottle filler. So then we always have water basically filled, maybe like over here or something like that. And I'll be able to use that for the supercomputer research. In the meantime, so we can still continue researching, we should probably get a pitcher pump.
G'day!
We'll put it over here. Hello, Flox. Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, crap. Save the man. Ooh. Oh, he still needs saving. Jeez. There we go. How much sand do we have? 55 tons of sand, okay. Skills. Applied science. Okay, you can collect that one. You can go with that. So we need, I guess, like another build and another dig would be good. So, I mean, extreme is 5 and 2. If we have a look at the crafting station, digging is 5 and 2 as well. Okay. So one of those and one of those. Okay, that's some research done. Got the conveyor stuff. Okay. I could, now that I actually have some of the conveyor stuff, I could automate it a little bit, but I don't think we're actually using the coal at the moment with our power anyway. This seems to be going like as smooth as it kind of can. Using research station. Okay, yeah, so now we have the desalinator for the other machine. Coral vat. Coral colony needs salt water or brine to grow, producing a fair amount of clean water as a result of its biological functions. The coral colony will also excrete tiny particles of bleach stone, which are filtered from the water and later released as a solid mass. Converts salt water, sand to water and bleach stone. Produces some chlorine. We could use that potentially. Rather than, I guess, a desalinator. Don't know. Right, we should also get rid of this polluted water. We do need a bottle drainer, so liquid distribution we need to research. So liquid distribution as well. Which is the next one, bottle drainer, bottle filler and bottle drainer. And at some point we'll want one of these. And we'll need to power it. And we'll want plumbing. This will be our polluted water, bad polluted water. I think we can also keep digging across. There's this slime here, though, that we have to be aware of. And technically, actually, we'll just use that to dig all of this, I think. We can get to this from down here without digging any slime. It also starts uncovering more of the area. Some cold abyssalite over there. I don't want them doing any of that, so cancel those. Liquid exposure, oh no. Once they get that going. There we go. So we're gonna slowly pump all of this water over into this. Now I think the research ones won't actually complete. There we go. We do that, but we just need to get the applied science and then we can get that other research done. So materials study. We're going to need more copper for that. They should be... Okay, because this is too warm again now. Pump is blocked. Oh, the output I guess is full, that's why. I think if I did that... Hey, maybe we do that and then deconstruct that. That will go along there. And then we do liquid bridge here. I think that should work. Print pod, oxalate, sure. Not that we need any oxygen. Right, so we wanted you to get the digging one and you the building one. There we go. We do have another research one. We have applied science here, so we can probably get the astrology. Because we'll need one at some point anyway, so we might as well. Okay. So we need a liquid bridge here. Okay, what research was this? This is the bottle filler. Ah, yes, lovely. We should maybe work on some priority stuff. Let's see. So Deafman, Digger. Definitely like prioritize those things. Don't work on building though. Let's deprioritize that. You can be the same. Definitely prioritize digging. I think getting one more duplicate would be good, and we can get them to be a rancher because we will need a rancher. Okay, did that help at all? No, I guess not. Okay, you know what, we'll attach that back up. Okay, we do have a bottle drainer now, so... Maybe I relocate this gunk system. Because I would like it so they can craft the gunk and then deposit the polluted water into a drainer that will go into the infinite storage. How would I manage that then? How tall is the apothecary? If it's within there, okay. So we could utilize this section. Place the apothecary here. Let's do mesh tile. Then we'll drop the liquid down. But I think we could probably put it into a bottle filler, actually. If we have a bottle filler, then it'll fill the bottle first. 2, 2. It's a little awkward. Yeah, you know what? We'll do it. We'll just do it here. And then this will come across like that, I guess. Maybe fix it up or clean it up a little bit later on. Okay, so that's, yeah, that's, I need to somehow change this. I think I do need to actually put in another liquid shut off. Maybe if I have a receptacle or something. Let's see, a liquid reservoir. Prioritizing that first, which is what we don't want. Let's go back and okay, so that there. Can we set this up with automation? We can. So I would need to do I can't put any stuff on there because I can't open this. Sends a green signal when the reservoir is less than low threshold full until a higher threshold is reached again. Don't know how I would manage this. Confusing. Now we'll just do that until it heats up again. Alright, that's pumping water. That's doing that. So this is filled with water as well now. Cool. I guess technically we should have a research room. Let's see, room overlays. A laboratory. Science buildings built in a laboratory function more efficiently. Maximum size of 120. No industrial machinery. 2 science buildings. No industrial machinery. That is an industrial machinery. Nothing else is. But I need to move this anyway. What I might do is... Let's see. A new blueprint. We don't want liquid pipe. We don't want that. Copy this. And this will be a... Yes. Let's see, space vent. We'll just go gas filter. So remember that. And then blueprint. And slap one there. Connect that up. This is carbon. This was above. And then we need the gas. Oops, there we go. Right. I guess because of our gas pressure is completely full. We don't technically generate any of the hydrogen. So we would need a little bit more coal generators to substitute that. It's 900 when it's tuned. What's our potential? 2.45 potential. So 3 of them being tuned would be 9, 18, 27. So that's enough. Them up. That'll become a room when I build everything. We have no research at the moment, so Germ pipes. I guess we will probably need these maybe at some point. Potentially get all of that, I guess. What else? That's the data analysis one. Don't think we need that just yet. Chemical mixing. Sound gas sweetener. Canister drainer could be useful. Oh, and yeah, exosuits too. Also, sculpting block for more decor. Going to need that decor. Okay. Tender brisket. Well, we don't need that. Oh, I was just thinking, like, getting a rancher would be good. They have less cuisine, that's fine. These guys aren't really going to be cooking. And they got less agriculture. Well, you're just going to be ranching anyway. So we've gone up to 5 duplicants now. So we need another bed. And another one of those. And you've got some skills and stuff. Oh, right. You can get that. So we'll give you another booster. And I'm going to make some ranching boosters. And we're going to look at our priorities. And you're going to be ranching. Actually, I think we only need one ranching because you have that. So let's do that. So you get another research. So only one ranching. And then one research. How many microchips do I have? I have 0 microchips at the moment. That's fine, that's okay. I think probably because we've been using our microchips for the tune-ups. Okay, we do have... we have slag here. Molten slag, in a rock crusher with crushed rock and slag makes cement and these different metallic things. Poke shell eats it. Sage hatch eats it. Metal refinery produces, of course. Okay. Set these to be able to sweep it up, I guess. Alright. Bunch of different power sources. Right, what do we have over here? We have a cool salt slush. So negative 10 C, 4.2 thousand grams a second. This one was 6.5, so 6,500. I guess it depends on the pressure for it. Also, I would like to get this on the go, but this one has slime there. And also Dracos. If we do dig straight down, we got all this chlorine and hydrogen which will come up. I could do a NOT gate and maybe capture it all. Maybe if I do that. Then we have it if it is not oxygen. Let's do that. We do a NOT gate. So if it is not, and set it to oxygen. Not oxygen and above 500. Oxygen. There we go. There's a hatch there. Steal him. So a buff briar there. Let's see, some decor we should really work on, I think. So sculpting. Sculpting does give... Actually, these are the small ones. Don't really want the small ones. Do we have a park that we can grab, actually? A park would be really good. I don't really see any wild plants. I mean, there's some wild plants over here, actually. 3, 4 wild plants here, which equals... a nature reserve, maximum of 120 tiles. I wonder if we could, like, up 35. We might be able to utilize that. We'll do, like, a door here. How can I put that down? There we go. That's good. And then, I don't know, we like dig along here. Deconstruct that. And we do another door. Hold on, move over here. Move up there. There we go. Don't dig that just yet because it's all that water. Why did you go down? Like, come up. Okay. Gee, what are they doing? Swimming. They love to swim. Park sign. So we could like cheat a little bit and make this like one single line of a park by putting tiles. Technically. Wait. Are those not wild plants? 4 wild plants. I guess it's not a nature reserve. There's only 3 plants now. Okay. But we can keep it as a regular park, just not a nature reserve. There's plenty of like wild plants and stuff down there too. So now it would be, yeah, now it's a park. So if they travel through here, if we like dig down and stuff over on that side, it'll count. Right, gear bomb. We can get rid of this one. Delete. Change that back to 7. This one would be polluted water. Oh, and then probably put a deodorizer here. That makes sense. Just in case there's any off-gassing. Let's grab that. What is in here? Polluted dirt and rotten meal ice. Seven gear bombs. Okay. Anyway, I want to grab this and start utilizing it. So, a little blueprint here. Where is it? This one. Even a gas geyser. Right. Or infinite storage for the geyser. And we place it like that. There's blocks that I don't want to build. We will need to build those. But all of these ones we won't build. We won't build those ones just yet either. We probably actually want to build ladders here. Deconstruct those. Build those. That's there. That gets dug, and then we have an airlock there. Okay. Is this? Oh yeah, it is a power plant. Good. Still got a bunch of water here, so I can't really build this up until all this water is gone. Right, so we don't have slime selected, so that's fine. You know what, there is a way we can store slime so that way it doesn't off gas. And that is dropping it into a pool of liquid. Let's see. Dispenser. So there's the 4. Oh. Hey, MD, welcome in. No toilets? No, I have a gunk extractor here. Remember, I'm playing with the Bionic duplicants only, so they utilize the gunk extractor. That's how they work. They build up something called gunk. That's how they work. No problem. If you don't have access to the these duplicants, the Bionic, it's a part of the DLC. There you go, 200 kilograms of water. I'm going to relocate that up there. My plan is to have this automatic dispenser only for men. Prioritize getting those done, please, so we can save Gizmo. There we go. Slime. Relocate that one as a priority. Don't use any research. Relocate that one up there. Okay, this one empty. Cool. So when they deposit slime, I'll have to have it as a sweep. It shouldn't off gas in that bit of water. There we go. Not emitting overpressure. So there's some slime in there, so that's exactly what we want. Now I don't know if I trap to lock it so they can't come down. If I put a door there and lock it, I think they can still access it. We'll give that a go. Testing things still. Okay. Lock that. Cool. Okay, so they can still reach it. So can they reach it here? They can. Okay, what about there? Can they reach it there? They still can reach it there. Okay, what about there then? Man, they have a lot of reach. They can't reach that one. Okay. There you go. Unreachable. Alright, good. So they can drop slime onto this one as a non-sweep only, and they won't be able to reach it. That means that any slime they dig up, they will go and deposit straight away into this pool of water down here, and then it won't be emitting all this slime lung everywhere, because we've already got a little bit of slime lung over in this area. Okay, with this thing, we can like get rid of everything out. We're gonna need an airlock door there. Because we now have that system in place, we can probably also place these here as well. We do need that. Oh, they're about to build those. Actually, that's fine. We can build those ones. I'm gonna get them to dig that and put them in there. Because this is active, technically. So, deconstruct that one. I can build those. Research complete. Got some drywalls and carpets now. Gas canister. Okay. Polymer press. Bioplastic printer. Synthesizes bioplastic from phyto, oil, and carbon dioxide. The enzymes require a microbial medium in the form of mush bar. Bioplastic. Oh, you can make data banks with them. Plasteel. Guidance devices. What the? Mix polluted water. Mush bar, phyto oil, and carbon dioxide. That's kind of interesting. BR left facing bracket. Are you okay, Natsu? Are you having a stroke? By the way, how much water do we have in each tile here? Like 10 to like 11k in each tile there. So that's cool. Right, we have to turn that off. I have to sweep all this up. $40 tons of water in a tiny hole is quite the achievement. Yeah. The amazingness of manual airlocks not having pressure damage, basically. Manual airlocks, and also the airflow tiles can not receive any pressure damage, which is how, you know, these infinite water sources work. Also, we must have had some broken pipes, that's why there's all this water everywhere. And they would have repaired the pipes. Let's check our skills. Okay, so you are our researcher, we'll give you that. And you only have one more booster available. That's crazy. You're nearly complete. I think because you're digging, maybe... Maybe that one might be good. You immune to toasty and chilly surroundings. That could be handy heading further down when we go into... We don't have exosuits yet, so we'll get you that. And we'll get you... You know, we won't learn anything for you yet. You are out ranching. Give you that. Okay, like, I mean, we could... Yeah, the next booster slot is there. I guess we could get you that. Let's head towards that. And a reminder, Bionic's about to crash out again. No, they're at 0% stress at the moment. We've set this to mop all of that up. No one's anywhere near close to... All their stress has gone down because they've now chilled out. So once they mop all that up, there we go. So we also need a bottle drainer for that water. Yeah, we'll just have it go straight up like that. What's the temperature of this? 60. Infinite mop works just one time. No, it wasn't infinite water along here. This was just like a layer of a little bit of water, basically. This is still pumping out water. That's crazy. Okay, we need to continue working on this thing. Dig that block. This can actually be deconstructed as well. Okay, so now it's active. So it's that top tile that makes it become active. I wonder if it can be analyzed now though. I'm assuming it probably can't be analyzed. This is the part where they'll start crashing out if we get them to come in here all the time. So here we're going to have one tile of gas, and then on the other tile we'll need a different type of gas. As you can see over here, we've got polluted oxygen here and we've got regular oxygen here, so they're two different tiles. And that's how this here, basically the water fills up to enough tiles here and then it drips over. It can't go, water and gas can't be within the same tile. So it would try to move here and displace the gas, but gases can't go, I think they can't go diagonally. So even though you got a space here, they can't actually go up there. they can only go like left, right, up or down, but they can't go down because there's another gas. So then the water goes boop down over into the infinite storage section. He looks funny when he's just mopping in the same place. And just keeps going. Oh yeah, that's technically because it's like he's mopping here or whatever, and then all this water is like flowing down. Kind of like if you were to mop water, I guess, if like when it's like going downhill or something like that, and you're just like mopping it as the water comes to you. I don't think they can reach this, so I will have to dig that tile to be able to reach it, I guess, for the analysis. Yeah, there you go. So now you can analyze it. If we mop it up here, no, we'll just have him just get stressed TF out. But we'll watch it this time. So we'll only have him go to like 50% stress and then cancel it. Actually, you reckon he's quick enough before he gets fully stressed? Nah, no way. Alright, there you go. Take a break. %60 is all you get. Alright, so we need to work on the Escher waterfalling part. So we're gonna want some ventilation. We're gonna want pipe there, that there. We have the canister drainers, which is good. So pop that there. We do need... Do I have... I have a reservoir. So that should work, no? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, this needs to be set to water. Because I got this here, right? Wait, do I have that research? Let me have a look. Technically not to do with oxygen, it's just gas. Let's see, gas. Gas drainer. Should be like a canister filler or something, I think. Maybe it's canister filler. Ah, we don't have that yet. Okay, we need to research that. And then we need somewhere that has like some different gases. Because technically there's like some polluted oxygen there and stuff, but that would be kind of hard to collect. There's some carbon over here, so we can probably collect that. Let's see. Canister filler. Gas pump. And we will ventilation, connect that up. And we need some power. Go. I'm gonna come along here, dig this part, and I'm gonna do a liquid pump. Okay. Here we go. So we got carbon dioxide. Let's sweep carbon dioxide. Sweep only. Yeah. Put that as a 9. Yep, they've picked it up. I'm gonna come over here. Also, we need to analyze this. Okay. Now we'll do it onto this tile here. So then deconstruct this bottom tile that contains the carbon dioxide. Okay, it's bouncing around. That might be a little bit more difficult actually. I think we might need the liquid to be onto this one, this tile, so we technically need a bit more liquid in here to do it efficiently. Much easier. Okay, there we go. That's complete now though. That's good. So yeah, as soon as the liquid, this brine liquid in the bottom here gets to 1,000 kilograms and it fills up that top part. Average output is 1.4 kilograms a second. This one was 1.1. Did these pipes freeze again? Yeah, I think they did, perhaps. Unless this is teleporting the liquid, that might not be good. Maybe if I put manual lock there. I think the liquid is freezing because it's too cold. What's this temperature become? Like the oxygen is 32, the tile was 32, oxygen is 33 degrees. 26 degrees. Don't know. Could be like the issue with like the cycles, like when the cycle changes over. Sometimes it doesn't like load the simulation like properly when the cycle changes. Hey Thor, welcome in.
Good day.
Right, we need more brine. I think this eruption should get enough brine in this bottom part. And then we can release that carbon dioxide there. Although the carbon dioxide might teleport, so I think if we do that... Let me do that, It should work. Lock that. brine is there. Cool. So then this gas pipe we can deconstruct, and they can reach it there, so that's good. See, no, they can't reach it there. Unreachable. I need to get rid of those ones, I think. Can I get it now? It is unreachable. How did I do it last time? Oh yeah. It does look weird. Are there some tile schemes or a mode? I have a mod that changes the tiles a little bit to make them appear a little different. It's cosmetic only kind of thing. So that's why they look a small amount different. If I came from that side, I could undo that. So I think if I come from this side, that might work. That means deconstruct that one. Okay. Yep, there we go. Get rid of all the items out. Cool. Nothing else is in there. Good. So that carbon dioxide will be stuck there. Oxygen will be stuck there. Escher waterfall complete. How the hell did you teleport up there? The heck? Weird. I like how everyone's just chilling out over here. Like, come on, ain't you guys? Oh my god, seriously? Keeps teleporting up top. Okay. Cool. So now we're collecting brine water. Good. This is done. So we can now dig out all of this. Mop all of that stuff up. You know what, while we're here, we'll grab all this copper. So, I don't know how big I want to have our hatch farm. I was thinking of doing it for three tiles, and then we'll have our automation tile up the top. Oh yes, we have our sculpting stuff to do as well. What gives the most decor? I think granite. Yeah, so we want to do this stuff with that. So I think this stuff here can all go as well. So I said 3 and then the automation layer up the top there. Okay. Cool. So let's see if this blueprint works. So that one was the bottom tile. So if we go like that. Alright, so this needs to be set. So these should be count critters 8. At the moment we're doing regular hatches because we don't have stone just yet. So we'll do stone hatches. So we can feed them sand, dirt, sedimentary, I reckon. Let's see. Sedimentary, or we have 5.8 sandstone, 47. Dirt, we have 84 tons. Okay, so not sedimentary. Sandstone we can feed them though. These should be set to 8, by the way. 8 critters max. And we want to collect not sage, but hatches. Oh yeah. The things get changed, so I do need to actually do that. So these get moved around a little bit. Because we've got some receptacles and stuff that get placed down. We also do need a bunch more of this stuff as well. Boop, 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 and boop. Okay. So that also moves the critter sensor. So deconstruct, critter sensor, boop, and then we get rid of that. That stays. We get rid of those. Get rid of those. This gets reconnected like that. Oh, that gets disconnected there, and we need another. Let me select that NOT gate, please. There we go. Another NOT gate goes there. We're gonna need a lot of copper for this. Connect that. Connect that. Logistic auto sweeper. Boop. And boop. Put that there. Connect these. this one as well. So this rail actually we can probably not have, because we'll have this rail, this logistic receptacle is for whatever we want to add for the feeders. So we can like cancel those rails, disconstruct those, and we've got all of our like stuff here, so can grab it from if we place it there, and then we can have that one there. And then we can just have the logistic rail go across, and that'll be for whatever we want to feed into these feeders. Which I guess at the moment would be, I guess, like dirt or something like that. Until we get stone hatches. We'll need power for all of these as well. Okay, that's all connected. We don't need that anymore. Cancel that, cancel that, cancel that. Okay. So this should be 8 hatches. Check with our food, so sand, dirt, sandstone. Copy, paste, and paste. Buildings lack resources. Basically all this copper. Alright, those are freezing. That's not good, so we disconnect that. Disconnect that. Oh, is there too much in there? Maybe. Oh no. We're good. Cool. 58. I think I have all the research for this because it does require max luck today? Nah, that's fine. You feel free to do whatever you want. Just so long as you're taking care of yourself. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of those. Okay, so these logistic loaders are going to be for whatever resources that these guys drop. Copy that and that. These need to be set to eggs above 0. I think. Wait, I'm gonna need to bring up my actual blueprint. Let's see. the build. What was those set to? Ah, 7 critters, that's right. Critters 7 above. Copy, paste, paste. Cool. We need also another one of these here. Oop. Cool. This gets set to... What are we feeding these guys? Dirt, sand, sandstone. Dirt, sand, and sandstone. So now we can... Once we like build some of these other sweepers and stuff, we can auto feed the hatches. We have too many critters here, by the way. Sage hatchling. That can die. So we don't want any sage hatchlings. These need to have eggshells. Hatch eggs, sage hatch eggs, potentially any meat, and also coal. And they get loaded up and they'll come along in through the filter. We're gonna filter, or I guess because we don't have stone hatches, we'll filter for hatch eggs instead. The filter drops into this one here. Everything else goes and drops into here, which by the way, we need to fill this section, these 2 blocks here, with water, because that is a killed trap type thing. Let's open that and we can go ahead and get water, relocate over into here. Prioritize that. Go water, select, empty, prioritize. Oh, did you just picked up that water? Are you serious? Where did you drop that water? Bah, did you use it for the gear bomb or something? How much gear bomb do we have? 5 units, okay. Right, let me try that again. Relocate. Empty. There we go. All right. And then we can worry about that in a minute. Okay, I gotta figure out how much materials I need. How did all this water get over here? It's kind of bad. Oh, prioritize this one. Good. Make sure there's no water on that battery. Yeah. Blueprint. Okay. Outside of a stables. Oh, right. Deconstruct that tile. Oh, we should also technically deconstruct these tiles too. That way all the automation and stuff can get built. And that actually goes there. Conductive wiring? Okay. Buildings, deconstruct those. In that one. Cool. So now and again, they should be able to reach everything and build everything. It's just a matter of resources. A bunch of copper. Yeah, those are all powered and stuff. Cool. So this is, I guess, too hot again. The output pipe is full. Okay. I might fix it. It's a bit weird. I can't remember how you do like the proper loop for this. I feel like it was maybe something like this. Yeah, I think that's how it was. So yeah, it's prioritizing this line first before it exits that, I think. Seems to be working. They're making the copper. Good. Good stuff. Everything's getting made. Cool. Soon this will be working really well. We just need more hatches basically. And that comes in due time. Just gotta keep an update on making sure that this stuff gets delivered. So obviously this is backed up because this stuff needs to get made. And also we need to get power and stuff over here. Speaking of power, coal, 24.8 tons of coal. So as I was going, that's getting made, that's getting powered again, so that's cool. This has been running like non-stop. We can deconstruct this stuff. We don't need this anymore. Alright, this has a potential load of 4,000 on it. This has a potential load of 21, but there's a lot of doors included on it and the doors don't actually power. So that's fine. I gotta look. Did these get set properly? They did not get set properly. Okay, so this is below 2 critters. This is above 0 critters. This one is above 1 critter. Alright. This is set to 30 seconds. Okay. The critter sentence, this one is set to 0 critters. Looks like we should be good to replace these now. can tidy up everything as well. Tidy up all this. Tidy up all this. Is that guy is Angie? Which guy? Huh? Who? Who's Angie? Did you recover from your stroke? The one that was building there, the one that was building, he looked angry. Hold on. Who's that builder? Eduardo. Eduardo. Where is he? You reckon he looks mad? He's got a little heart on his eye. Like, what do you mean? He's not mad. He's happy. Look at him go. Ooh. Or is it because of his, like, his frowny face? Consistent frowny face.
G'day.
I need to like open this to build these critter sensors and stuff in here. This one is set to less than one critter. Open critter below one. If I set it to above one, it will go ahead and keep the door open, and then that way they can build everything and whatever else. But everything is now done for this whole system. So we just gotta wait for the hatches to do that thing. There's a few too many hatches here though, so we gotta wrangle a couple. Hello, Jabby. No way, a big cutie. Oh my god. Let's get some sandstone. We got 8 critters here. Okay, good. So here we can see that this is sending a green signal. These ones are red. These ones are red. Cool. They cleaned all that up, so we'll put that back to the correct amount. Below 1 critter. I think, yes, less than 1 critter. Yep, this one is above 0, this one is less than 2, this one is above 1, this one is above 0 critters. This buffer gate is set to 3 seconds. This filter gate here is set to 30. Cool. Alright, so coal will be sent to here into this logistics chute. Well, basically everything that these guys potentially drop will be sent. We'll see, there's just a hatch egg. So basically what happens is, with the automation stuff, this logistic filter is filtering whatever type of hatch we want to keep alive. So in this current instance is the regular hatches, because we don't have stone hatches at the moment. Any other hatch will go over here, and if it detects that it is grown up or whatever, it shuts the door and then they drown. However, the ones that live, they grow up and then they'll come along here. This section here detects if there's a critter within this area. It'll then shut that door, And then if they move along here, it'll detect that if there's more than one, it'll like open the door. However, if there is, well, so if there's less than one, it keeps the door open. If there's more than one, or if there is technically one, because we've got less than two, so there needs to be at least exactly one, because this is saying above one and this is saying below two. It'll open this door, and then if they potentially drop down, these won't, they'll clear their detection. They won't be able to see the critters. So then this door here will then close. And then what happens is when there's a hatch or any type of animal in like a pneumatic door kind of thing that closes, when they're within it, they don't actually fall. So then they will fall, and then these ones here actually detect how many are on this platform, basically, like this section. So for instance, this critter sensor is saying if it detects 7 or more, it'll actually open this airlock, meaning that this floor is full. So if there's a falling hatch, it's not going to land on this floor. It's going to land on a floor that doesn't have an open door, basically. Ian's getting a math degree studying all the Boolean algebra, and he doesn't even know. What's you on about, huh? I know how this works, okay? I've built this thing several times. Excuse me? We now need to work on a bit of the decor for this, because if we look at the decor, oh, terrible. That's kind of hot. You're kind of hot. Actually, no, you're probably freezing, I bet, because it's probably negative degrees where you are right now. Because it's winter for you. How many microchips we got? 12, I think I saw. We have a sun bug egg. Okay. We can probably utilize shine bugs for that research then. So that is the hatch stuff sorted. We've just got to connect it up to the logistic networks stuff here. Which we can probably do, like we can probably send some coal down here to these generators, probably move this generator down here. Deconstruct that one, attach that, attach that. And then we'll go automation, we'll go shipping, we'll go logistics. We'll set that there. Yeah, we'll put that there, and then the next one can be there, that's fine. Then we'll have a logistics receptacle here. And then, or should I have it as a chute and just drop the coal? No, we can keep it on that. Now here comes the tricky part. Where do I want? I guess I can have it come along here. We're gonna need more copper. Copper. Do another floor. Cool. There's a bunch of copper up here. We must have copper meteors. I guess we have slime meteors. Oh, also snow. Water meteors. He took back the compliment and made it worse. No, I'm not hot. I'm like kind of cool, kind of cold, because it's 12:30. Oh my god, where did the time go? Holy. How's this going, by the way? We've got about 2.5 to 3,000 brine in each tile. That's working. That's cool. We're just building up a solid stockpile of it. How much do we got over here? We've got 7,000 polluted water in each tile over here, so we have plenty of water. The output pipe is full again. Man. What happens if I like take this down over through here? What's gonna happen if I do that? Because like the liquid is now, you know, above the temperature we've set, because we're asking for below 60. So so it's running out of the machine. Okay, is it? Okay, this seems to be working. Okay. Because I think all of this is now like sufficiently high, so then technically we need fresh cold water to come in. So I have to figure out now what happens with cold water. Wait. No, this is there's too much cold water there. There's cold water coming along these pipes now. That's hot. That's cold there. What's in here? We got 60 degrees water in there. Man, how do I set this up? Maybe I can't have this one coming onto there. So let's deconstruct that. Hey Froshy. Hope you're doing well, buddy. It's Friday, so you must be on a bit of a lunch break. Okay, the temperature dropped below 60, so I ran through the machine. But yeah, this is technically below 60 here, but it's going over into this, which is what I don't want. But is that because this is full? No, we've only got 55 kilograms in there. I think to do this system properly, I need to have another liquid shut off with a thermal temp thing that during the line it detects that if it is above 60, then it goes into the machine over here. If it is below, then it loops and goes into the metal refinery, I think. Well remembered. Yeah, it's a Wednesday, right? Wednesday is your day off. Usually. Unless you get called in, I think. No? Yes? Ho ho. Look at that. Man, what am I gonna do with this? I mean, granted, this is just temporary, right? This scuffed system. Looks so smart and remembered things. Wow. Why do I detect sarcasm there? Ooh, pip eggs. Is that sarcasm I'm detecting? I don't know. There is none in it. Oh, okay. It was just the wheel kind of thing. It's hard to, I guess, recognize if something is sarcastic or not just from text alone. If that makes sense. I think I've done all of the research I need to do. Converts renewable diesel into electrical power. Transesterifiy renewable diesel from vegetable oil and ethanol. What the heck? That's crazy language. Okay, then the next course of action is steam turbines, which requires the applied science research. But like we're gonna need plastics and stuff, which means we may as well do our extra farm up here. So let's do that. Now this one I didn't end up making a blueprint for, so I'm going to have to look at the build guide because I ran out of like time when I was making blueprints and stuff. So let us make this. So we go boop 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 boop. 6. Which then means that 8. Like that. Like that. And like that. Those get broken down like so. We go with a airflow tile here. We also need food tile, farm, like so, airflow, grooming station, printer drop off, pneumatic doors. This system also needs a bunch of water locks, so we're going to want a bottle dropper, bottle emptier. There, 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 and there. And then this is 8 tile, so here. Boop, boop, and then boop, boop, boop. Like so. That goes there. We probably don't need a bottle drop there, that's fine. This can go down to 1 kilo. Wait, what is this filled with? Polluted water. How is that filled with polluted water? How did we get polluted water in here? Oh no. What does that say to? That is bad if there's polluted water. Oh, there must have been some polluted water in that thing that we had up there. That's not good. Maybe we can suck the polluted water out. This should be set that to high. much is left? Nearly getting rid of it all. Alright, there we go. Ooh. Nice. Got rid of all of that. Okay, set this to 1 kilo. Right. So, disable that. Set that to 0. Back to 1 kilo. This bottle, actually, this here, we're gonna change that to 0 because otherwise they're gonna steal this water. Relocate up to here. This also needs to be set to open, open, open. Those come here like that. This is going to be set to Dureco with 8. That reminds me, actually, drywall. Wooden panel, brick wall. Let's do wood panel, that looks nice. So we increase the decor a smidge for those. These need to be set to meal wood, copy. That. Grab that guy. Do we have hatch eggs, by the way? Not yet, just sage hatch. Still waiting on... Wait, hold on, maybe we have found it. Hatch. Nope, we haven't. Okay. Also, did they make the artwork? They have 6 microchips. I do want to make another one before we do those arts. We're going to disable auto harvest on those. Can you relocate this here? Okay. Empty. Well, actually, wait, cancel empty. We need gunk. So mop this stuff up. Good. All right. 1300. How much is that? Ooh, 300. Perfect. Relegate over here. So we do the gunk first and then we do the water. Sweep only, water. Sweep. There we go. Now there's a bunch of water on that one, so we do need to mop it up. There we go, perfect. Okay. Gunk. Sweep only. That's a lot of gunk there. Sweep. Okay. All right. Look at there. Relocate there. This one here can be nothing because we've finished that. Empty that. Empty that. This will be water sweep only. Sweep that. Mop that. Relocate that one. Cool, there we go. Sweep water. Disable that. Sweep that. And empty that. Sweep only for water. Disable that. Oh, that one's gunk. Relocate that. Water. Sweep. Gunk. Empty. Technically need to have less water here. Oh, sweep that up. Okay, gunk is 300. Relocate. Empty. Right, set to sweep water. Hey Naked, welcome in. Sweep that. Okay, I'm making all these liquid locks. So the Dracos that we're gonna get aren't gonna move around a bit. Water, we need like less water. Hold on. Relocate up here. Empty that. There we go. Okay. Get rid of that. Mop all of that up. Sweep on that one. Oh, that's a bit much. Okay. Deconstruct. Oh, wait. Not that one. This one needs a sweep water. How much we got? Water. That's gunk. Water. You know what? I might have to try this. Oh, wait, no. Sweep that one. Cancel that. There we go. Sweep. Destroy. And then over here we can actually do this. Now I always forget there's a certain order to vacuum this out. Must be built after and deconstructed before. Okay, so you build the bottom one first before the top one. Oh. So it was the bottom one first. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well too, buddy. Okay. So now we can deconstruct these ones. And then now we can deconstruct everything. You're right. True, this needs power. So how does it not have an intake? Logistic rail intake. Excuse me? Oh wait, what rails are these? Oh, these are conveyor rails, not the logistic rail. Oops. Logistic. This is all conveyor. Maybe we need to swap it over. This can go back to being water. And back to forever crafting of the gear bomb. We have a bunch of empty banks. Ooh. Okay, let's... We are going to need to probably automate the crafting of those. Or at least automate the recharging of them, rather. Let's deconstruct the rock crusher. I guess we'll put it down here if need be. Actually, nah, not yet. Put that one there. Shipping, logistic. Place that there. So we... a logistic. What's the distance here? Okay, build that one. Logistic. Place that one there. Power. Conductive. No. Heavy what? Oop. Oh wait, that's receptacle. I need the other one. There we go. So now it's supplying coal. Cool. Nice. Okay, so this one needs shipping logistic loader. Here. And then logistic rail. Up to here. Logistic receptacle. Power bank. And then wait. Yeah. We need a logistic load. Wait. This should probably be like logistic receptacle, logistic loader, logistic rail. So we need a chute, conveyor chute, logistic chute. Let me move this over one actually, like that. Shipping, logistic chute. Boop, boop, boop. Power, conductive wire. Oop. There we go. Right, I need more of this stuff. blueprint. Oh, a directlet. That's actually perfect. We need that guy. Get him over there. Nice. That needs to be placed there. Yeah, that's a vacuum. Let's clean everything up here. Have we found... Still no stone hatches, okay. Let's see, duplicate skills. Oh, we have 2 master artworks. Okay, who can we have get some creativity for now? You've got 2 skills. Booster slot. Free ranching. We're not doing any research. Drop that. Give you 2 of those. You can pick up that. Give you that. Give you that. Give you that. Did we need to start getting these guys exosuits because they're all getting the no penalty thing. You know, I'll give you that too. I have the most soothing voice. Thank you. Okay, this needs to be set to equal power bank. Oh, it needs power. This one will be set to empty power banks. Oh, enable. Accidentally disabled that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's done. Mop as much as crap up as we can. Then we can go down further and grab some more of these guys. We also need to get some hydrogen as well. So we've got hydrogen here. I should get a gas filler and do this. So we can fill up a little bit of gas and then I get a drainer. Actually, we can go canister emptier. That's fine. Hey, angle that guy. Gunk water. Gunk water. Yeah, that works. How's our power going? We probably need to actually power this more. Perhaps. Or maybe it's just because we're charging all of our eco power banks right now. That can be set to higher. This has hydrogen yet. So if we go hydrogen, enable auto. There we go. Hydrogen environment. Can deconstruct that. Press this stuff. Okay. Kinda need to get these guys to do this mop stuff. All right. I think that's catching more oxygen than not. Like a 1250. We should also look at our schedules. 221, okay. Capture that dude. Yeah, I don't know. A cool steam vent. It is currently dormant. We should probably try to get that to trap it so it doesn't start expelling a bunch of heat. Should be heading down this way. And then across. Alright, is this working again? Output pipe is full again. Okay. This needs to expel more liquid. Alright, that might be okay. hatch eggs. Ooh, handy. You just lost your guarantee on someone you didn't want. What? Did you... Were you, quote, building pity? Because no, you don't build pity. You just... On the first 10 pull. Well, that's good. What are you complaining about? You got a character and 10 pulls. No? You can't. What do you mean you can't? Huh? What can't you? This is getting a lot of carbon dioxide here. So I might go ahead and throw in some air tiles. Now you need to get your guarantee back so you can get the guarantee you want. Where did you roll if you didn't want that character? I don't understand. Is that a teasy? Damn, I can't believe. Damn, that's a wild bat emote. What on earth? People can't even have, you know, ass shaking, and then there's that. Like, come on, what is this? No twerking, bloody emotes. You can't even have a fact emote, you know. And then there's that. You're rolling, so you have pity. Plus, there is skin being given if you pull. Is it the skin for the character that you want? How's this outside a stable? Did I mess this up? 100 tiles. I must have. That's 96. Okay, well, we'll just do that then. It's a very different character that you have, but do you want that skin for that character? Oh, whoops, I don't do that, don't dig that. Copy. There we go. Yeah, oh well then there's no complaining, unless you potentially could have like waited for the character banner that you wanted, as well as the skin. Ooh, we have hatch. We have stone hatch eggs now, so we can now start stone hatch and start collecting those stone hatch eggs. Now stone hatches eat sedimentary, igneous, obsidian, granite. So sedimentary, igneous, obsidian, granite. Sedimentary, we have nearly none. Igneous, we have a decent amount. Obsidian, a little bit. Granite. Okay, so granite We can feed them granite and igneous. So we're gonna swap this over to igneous and granite. And then these are gonna be igneous and sedimentary, right? Oh, igneous and granite. Oops. Igneous, granite. Select, copy, paste, paste. Alright. He's been like playing Genshin since Columbino will be pullable soonish. Nah, you need to play not Genshin, because Genshin's trash. Sorry to say. It is not a good gacha. Yeah. The gameplay is absolutely horrendous. My lord. Holy, there's so much liquid here. That's too much liquid. Okay, let's block that in. And we have to keep going down. Ooh, there's lums here. You're a dedicated man. Oh my god, no. You were so close. So close to victory. Yet so far. We have some... Ooh. Ooh. Deconstruct. Deconstruct. Tile. Pneumatic door. Boop, boop. Holy, we're nearly at 100 cycles. Oh, 100 cycles. I didn't realize there's like little confetti that explodes. And a little tune plays. Cute. Yippee. Let me slap in a park sign here because we've got so many plants here. Check our room status. A nature reserve. Look at that. So, and whenever they come down here, they're gonna be classified as a nature reserve. Big time bonus. Hell yeah. You're not sure if you'll play Genshin really at the moment, because he's in a lot on you. Oh, and of course been thinking of trying out Woowa. Kept the stupid brigade alive. Yippee! Well done, guys. Okay, mop those first before you mop them. Let's get rid of some of this annoying ass liquid. We're gonna continue digging down, hopefully. We can get to the bottom. Has there been any more? Whoa, hello. I did not see you. What are you? A saltwater geyser. Saltwater geysers are very hot, I believe. They're 95 degrees, I think. So, not really going to utilize that one. I don't think. Not right now, anyway. There's probably some stuff we could use hot. Like hot salt water for, though. But yeah. You understand trying out booba? Woowa. Excuse me? Woowa. Not a booba, a woowa. Sorry, no, you're okay. Is fine. Relax. Another cool steam vent. Oh my god. Okay, we gotta get these guys all the way down. Oh man, it's like right in the direction of my thing. I have to change it up a bit. Sedge. At least it's... Oh no, it's rising pressure. Oh no. That's not good. No, it's emitting steam. Shit. Tell me, why are you doing, mate? Huh? Tell me how does that sentence make more sense? Are you trying to ask what I am doing? You agree? What are you agreeing to? Yes. Yes to what? I don't understand. Wait, we have another geyser here. Yep. What? Yes to what? Stop confusing. Aluminium volcano. We actually have a volcano. Hell yes. Thank God we can have some renewable resources. We'll do it the same way. What are you guys yapping about? Ooh, Avagro node. We need those. For the lum farm stuff. Man, why does this have to be fucking piece of fucking shit? Okay. Of 500. And it is not oxygen. Also, we need more power. We have 31 tons of coal. Blueprint. Sure, let's get more of them. Technically, if I make more coal generators, it's going to just use our coal even more. I kind of want to avoid that right now. So, we're like not going to do that. We can get these lums, so we can dig left and then we can dig down to these Avagro nodes. So I might do that. There's no like germs or anything in these areas. Nope. We've managed to miss like all of the slime as well. So that's cool. There's more Drecos over here. Bro, get out of it. Save the man. There we go.
Good day.
Avagro node seed, Avagro node. So there's 2 seeds here. Cool. Hey Moody. Man, don't be too enthusiastic. You are on the edge of your seat from all the excitement. I'm sorry. I'm not an exciting guy. Wait, did we look at that one? Oh yeah, we did. The volcano. 7.5 hours work done. 8 hours more to go. Oh yeah, right. You're doing 17 hours of work or something like that. Depends on the topic. You'd say you are sometimes an excited guy. You missed me ranting about freaking the World of Warcraft housing crap. Okay, so these lums feed off of certain foods. One being the Evagro nodes. Now, I haven't done a farm for those guys before. So it's gonna be new to me. It was reduced to 15, fortunately. Where they like, oh shit, we shouldn't really have this guy working 17 hours in a row. Let's give him 15 instead. Now what did I mess up there? 8, 8, 8, 2, 3, yeah. 6. That's correct. This also needs to be like more automated too. That goes there. Stations. We need the shearing station here and here. Also a bunch of power. Hold on, let me look at the build again for this. The build guide, because I always get confused with this one. Okay. Right, logistics, shipping, logistic shoot goes here. This thing there. We want a receptacle that will be for dirt, a loader for certain items, and we also have a loader there. This goes here. We have that one there. We also have one over here. Logistic shoot goes there. Logistic bridge. This is going to be dirt, so let's see. I can probably put this like here or something. Yeah, okay. Like there. And that one will be filled with dirt. Shipping, logistic rail. Dirt. Shearing shine bugs? No, we won't be shearing shine bugs. That shine bug is just randomly trapped in there. We're gonna be shearing these guys, the Dracos. But I know you were just making a funny joke there. You brought a power bank and a charger to work just in case. I'll still tell you if I'm in 17 hours though, because you're worth it. This is gonna be dirt. Well, this guy's morale is only 8. That's not good. Last cycle's decor was mediocre of a 1. This is gonna be Draco egg. Power. Right, we need power line to come up. Was that connected? I guess so. Yes, it is. 29.45 on that line. This line is 35, so we probably need another line for this, but I'm just gonna attach it to here anyway. Also, this is gonna need to be changed over soon. There's another thing here. What are you? A steam vent. Those are the hot steam vents. So some poke shells too. Poke shells are good for lime. Found a very dumb way to save €2. Hey, €2 is €2, right? That's what they say, no? Yeah? Right. Can't complain about €2. That's like $5 for me. This one's gonna be not Draco egg. It's gonna be meal, lice, mealwood seed. It's gonna be a phosphorite. That's what these guys create. Oh, I think this one should actually be one over. I think it should be there. Oh, I see what I've done. Because I can't reach that. Oh, it shouldn't actually matter though. It did. Let me consult the guide. Ah, yeah, so technically it is here, and then it's 3 slots. So technically this should be here, one across to the left. Which means the entire thing would be moved over. That shouldn't matter though, because we can have this as like phosphorite, meal lice seeds, Draco egg. What else do they drop? Maybe meat if they die. So then we can like copy that there. This one, we remove Draco egg. And then that should see, well, I guess this needs to be here then. Yeah, that one's in the wrong spot then. Be placed here. And then I can see that. Yeah, there we go. Be printable. Blueprint. Ooh, a snazzy suit. Oh yeah, everyone's got suits they got on again. Powered is on sale right now, and they have a bundle to buy Ultra Q and Powered. But if you're already... Oh yeah. Nah. Steam's good with that sort of stuff. How they like make things cheaper if you already own part of the bundle. absolutely fantastic. No, that's not a dumb way to. That's not a dumb way of saving money. That's a smart way of saving money. Snack fruit. So these two guys, I need to start farming. Living. I might call it here though. Or like it'll be 12:30. So maybe I call it here and then I can create, if I have some time tomorrow or something like that in my off time, I can figure out that Vagro fruit thing. I think. But yeah. I enjoyed my time. It was good fun. Would have been maybe good if the like warehousing one wasn't so annoying with the grinding, but it's okay. I just hope they kind of like adjust some things and stuff with it, I guess. But yeah, who knows? I'm assuming they'll kind of repeatedly work on it and stuff like that, so. Let me go find someone who we can go say hello to, guys. I won't be live over the weekend. However, you will find me over at Jebby's tomorrow. Because it's her 5-year affiliate anniversary. So you'll be able to see me over there. I'll post in the Discord and stuff when all of that happens, though. So don't worry about that. But yeah, make sure you go follow Jebby. Who can we raid tonight? There's too many people to choose from. Okay, we're gonna go say hello to Dandy. They are playing a somewhat scary game, I guess, maybe. It's kind of got some puzzles and stuff. Bendy and the Ink Machine. But yeah, take care, everyone. I'll see you guys technically tomorrow, maybe, if you decide to come along and say hello in Jebby's stream. I would like to see you there. Show support to her. If not, I'll see you guys Monday for some more gaming. Yippee. Okay. Bye. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Bye.